Welcome back to Casual Camping and Outdoors. Well, it's October finally, which means the weather is cooling off. Sort of. John and I are out here at Camp Chowenwaw in Green Cove Springs, Florida. I may not be pronouncing that right. But we rented a tree house out here where we're going to stay for the night. It's John's 12th birthday, and he wanted a camping trip for his birthday, so here we are. And we're going to take you along for some of our adventure. I've never been here before. In fact, until I found this place on Google, I didn't even know it existed. And I grew up in this area. It's an absolutely beautiful area. The temperature is mild today. I'm not getting eaten up with mosquitoes, which is always a good thing. And there seems to be some boardwalks and nature trails out here, as well as some fishing spots. So let's explore a little bit and see what we find. John and I are about to hit this boardwalk over here. You can see it behind us. It's just as pretty a walk through the woods as you could want. But it's a good thing we remembered the bug spray. As you can see, along this boardwalk here is just kind of a swampy wetland. I bet you that water's full of leeches. And I do believe that water is also why you need to remember your bug spray. That would be an absolute breeding ground for mosquitoes. So far, Camp Chowenwaw, whatever, I'll post the link in the video description, has been an absolutely beautiful place. It is immaculately maintained. We've not seen one bit of garbage or trash thrown about. The place is about vacant. We've only seen, 3 other people since we've been here. And we've been hiking these trails now for the last 45 minutes or an hour. And you would think the mosquitoes would be worse than they are. They're really not that bad. We've had a couple, but not anywhere near what we expected with all this wetland. It's about 5:30 in the evening time. It's a little warm out. It's probably still 80 degrees or so, and the humidity's kind of high, but it's been an absolutely beautiful experience so far. Once we're done with this boardwalk, what we're planning on doing is going over and taking a look at the nature center and see if it's open. Hey, we can see our treehouse from here. One thing that I thought was really neat looking is these cypress knees that are coming up out of the water. There's also quite a bit of dead wood laying in the water. Definitely gives a place a distinct smell. It's not a bad smell, it's just, I guess you'd call it a swampy smell. I thought this was interesting looking. This is a overturned tree. The bottom side of it. This is the root system, I'm guessing. As you may or may not be able to see it in the video, but you can see the main body of the tree going up that way. But it was blown over or fell over, and these are the roots that are exposed. I just thought it was kind of interesting to look at. I don't know if you can really see it from here, but down there is the parking area. That's my truck. When you rent the tree house, you park in that area, and then you walk about a quarter of a mile down this trail to the treehouse area. One of the first little areas that you come to once you exit the parking area is this pond. There are places you can fish here, but not this one. We haven't seen any gators yet, but we're kind of hoping to. At least, you know, from a distance. Now there's the parking area that I just mentioned, but before you get to the pond that I just showed you, there's two buildings. This is some kind of a meeting hall that I believe you can rent. That's just a picnic area, it looks like. And this is what's tagged as the Paw Paw Nature Center. John, what do you say we go find out if there's anything in it?
Let's go.
And unfortunately, the door is locked. Oh well, we'll try again in the morning. Maybe they have certain hours. There's no hours posted, but let's take a look in the window. It's actually just an empty building. So this might be just another meeting area that you can rent. And when you get to be my age, you learn real quick where these are located. There are several cabin areas here, and every cabin area has 2 or 3 of these fire rings. Now each cabin also has its own little barbecue grill, but they also have kind of a community fire ring. This is the area that's the closest to the parking, and I don't think there's anybody here. That's the swimming pool over there, which they informed us when we checked in was closed. But it's a fairly sizable pool. If and when things ever get back to normal, that'll be a nice area to swim. There's the pool behind us. There's also a volleyball net. And over there, with the green roof and the green sides, is a dressing area, shower area. Now the cabins out here come with different sets of amenities. Some have air conditioning, some don't. Some have electricity, some don't. The most expensive ones with electricity and air conditioning and amenities like a refrigerator and a microwave were very reasonably priced, I thought, at $50 a night. The treehouse cabin where we are has no electricity, and there's kind of a community campground bathhouse where you can shower and use the restroom, and it's only $35 a night. So again, I thought those prices were exceedingly reasonable considering you have access to the entire area, all the nature trails, and the fishing pond. Speaking of the fishing pond, let's go take a look. Okay, this place even got just cooler yet. There's a tetherball ring. Okay, there's the name of the place where we're at. Camp Chowenwaw? Chowenwaw? Something like that. Let me know down in the comments if you know how this is supposed to be pronounced. Alright, we're coming up on the fishing area, and we've passed a couple of these little picnic areas, which, again, very clean, very nice, very well maintained. The picnic tables are not rotted. The grill is not rusted. And it looks like the fishing area down here is actually Black Creek. Black Creek is a tributary to the St. Johns River. This camp is located in Green Cove Springs, Florida, which is Clay County. And Clay County is kind of known for its fishing along Black Creek. So let's take a look down here. I don't know if you could see it in the last video, but there's a stage of some kind right here along the path that goes to the creek. And here's John down here checking out the fishing area. He loves to fish. And take a look out in the water. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a barge down there, being pushed along by a small tugboat. Now, if I can get out here and catch a little footage of this for you without ending up in the water, I'll be doing okay. What a pretty sight. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a pier out there. I do not know if we have access to that pier from here in the camp, but we're going to kind of walk around, wascally wabbits, walk around towards that area and see if that's part of the camp. This is still along that same area, but as you can see, this is where it feeds into the St. Johns River. That's Highway 17 that you see in the background. And there's a helicopter there of some kind. I don't know if it's coming out on video, but it's passing over the bridge. Alright, so we've walked around to where that pier looks like it comes onto the property, and I don't know if this connects to that pier or not, but we found another boardwalk. This one actually has a name. The Jungle Trail. John, what do you see? What do you see? Yeah. What do you say we go take a look?
Okay, let's go.
And as you folks can tell, I'm not exactly editing these errors out. John and I are out here making videos for his birthday. And John, he's 12 years old. Congratulations!
Yay!
It is 12, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to see where this boardwalk takes us, and we'll let you know. And this boardwalk actually did lead out to that pier, but there was other people out there, so to respect other people's privacy and their vacation time, we opted not to video out there out of respect and courtesy for other people. But this boardwalk you see behind us does lead out there. I did take a couple of still shots out there, so I'll show you those. We haven't found any alligators yet, but we did find him. That counts, right? John, what do you think?
No.
No? Okay. But we're just going to leave him alone. As John and I were walking along here, we were listening to some of the sounds in the woods, and he said, "It sounds like there's monkeys out here." And I said, "The only monkey out here is you." which kind of reminded me of one of my favorite YouTubers whose YouTube name is Really Big Monkey 1, Dave Pearson. His channel is called Fun in the Woods with Dave Pearson, so we just kind of wanted to give him a shout out. Hey Dave.
Hi.
Well, we're starting to lose the light and it's getting to be about dinner time. Now, we're not allowed to process firewood out here. Everything is protected. So we brought from home some cedar chips. And as you can see, there are a little bit of fat wood and some charred mesquite. And we're going to make some health food tonight. Now, I've also got this stuff called pyro putty. At least I think that's what it's called. And it comes in these little tins. And it's just kind of a goopy, fuzzy material. So we're going to take a pinch of this stuff. If I can do this without knocking my mesquite chips everywhere. And kind of fluff it up to expose those fibers. Back together, and I have my Geotech knife. As you can see, it has seen much love. I don't even know which model this is. It says 29 on the blade. Made in Spain. This is actually a very good knife. And one thing I like about it is it's got a 90-degree spine and can strike a ferro rod very well. So let's go ahead and get this started so we can cook our health food. Can't say I'm super impressed with pyro putty, but it started. This is actually the first time I've used that stuff to create a fire. I ordered it on Amazon. So as our fire gets started there, let's take a look at what we're having for dinner tonight. John said he wanted to show everybody what our healthy, health food, superfood, health food dinner was. John, show everybody what we're having.
Hot dogs and Pringles.
Hot dogs and Pringles. And 12-year-olds will be 12-year-olds, even in the woods. There's video games. Well, our fire hasn't quite burned down to complete coals yet, but we're kind of losing the light. It looks brighter in the video than it actually is because of the camera technology, I guess, but we're going to go ahead and get this started.
First.
Now, I'm no Chef Dave, but that's a meal fit for a king right there. Let's eat. Well, what do you think, John?
It's good.
As you can tell, we've really lost most of the light now. We brought the little portable batteries for our cell phones, but realized we left the charging cables in the truck. So while John tidies up camp by flashlight a little bit, I'm going to hike back to the truck real quick and pick up our charging cables so we can have power to our phones tonight. Well, you probably can't see us now. It is absolutely pitch black out here. But as you can see, there's John in his bunk, and I'm over here in mine, and we're bedding down for the night. Y'all have yourselves a good evening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the morning.